Hello. Hope everyone's alright. Now this is a bit strange, this one. So, firstly, obviously you'll now discover, or will they discover this is not live? Yes, they will do, because, yeah. So pre-recorded Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to everybody.
Happy Father's Day, all you wonderful dads out there.
So yeah.
We decided to pre-record it because of it being Father's Day. We wanted to spend the day all together, so we have a few surprises in store which Jonathan doesn't know about. So we're sat here Friday night, but to you it is Sunday. So we have jumped ahead of time just for this.
We've not travelled in time.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, that's good then.
So we hope you're okay. We hope you've had a good weekend. We hope that if you're a dad, you are feeling loved and blessed and honoured and looked after today. Or if you're a single mum, we hope that you're feeling the exact same way.
Yeah, because there are mums that play both parts.
Yeah.
As much as there are dads that play both parts if they are single and have their kids living with them all the time. So yeah,
we honour all of you today.
Yes, we do.
And I'm guessing we're going to begin with a song like we usually do.
Yep.
So
that'll be good.
We'll crack on. Stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. Before we say a word, you're a good, good father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. Perfect in all of your ways. You're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. Perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love, love, love. You're a good, good father. It's who you are, it's who you are. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Yeah, good song. So like we said, it's Father's Day Sunday, so happy Father's Day to, as we've already said, to all those fathers that are either actual dads or act like father figures, because there's plenty of those type of people. Some out there find it really hard Father's Day because your dads are not around for various reasons. So in some families it's the mum that plays both roles, or the dad the other way around, and even older brothers, which I've seen quite a lot on TV at the moment. That was it, Manx in Mumbai. I don't know if you saw that documentary. That was quite touching. The dad that had gone away along quite a long periods of times, and the three brothers, the famous, what are their names? Can't
The
remember.
Thomas
Brothers. It was quite touching that the oldest brother, wasn't it, was the father figure. So there are older brothers out there that have taken on the role of being dad to siblings and that type of thing. Or maybe it's a younger boy. It's the only boy of the family, like I was the only boy in my family. Sometimes we take on the role of being a dad. So for all those various combinations, we celebrate you all. As a dad of two boys, as a parent, as a man, as a human being. Did I say that right? I pronounce my words funny, but there we go. There's
Human.
Human.
There we go.
There we go. I said it right, just for you guys. I've learned a lot through both and good experiences. Hopefully, through experience, we take on attributes that hopefully help us steer us in the right direction, steer our life in the right direction. One of those attributes I feel that is an important lesson that is much needed in life is wisdom. Wisdom is a compass that is helping us towards making good decisions and staying away from wrong decisions, toxic relationships, or bad advice, and so on. So, applying wisdom to those things helps us to steer our lives. Not sure if you've ever heard of a king in the Bible, quite a famous king, is called Solomon. It says he was known for his wisdom. The meaning of wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. I'm going to read you a bit of a Bible story about this guy called Solomon. It says there was a dispute between two mothers who both had babies. One of the babies had died, excuse me, and each claimed the remaining boy as her own. Calling for a sword, Solomon declared his judgment. The baby would be cut into two halves. Each woman would receive half. One mother did not contest the ruling, declaring that if she could not have the baby, neither of them could. But the other begged Solomon, "Give the baby to her, just don't kill him." The king declared the second woman to be the true mother, as a mother would give up her baby if that was necessary to save his life. This judgment became known throughout all of Israel and was considered an example of profound wisdom. Now, hopefully you're not going to find yourself in such an extreme situation as your child being chopped in half. I don't think that these days courts would get away with that type of thing, but he used that to kind of push the situation and find out the true answer. Extreme situation brought out wisdom. but life certainly does know how to throw a curveball at plenty of times. I'm not sure if you're a Harry Potter fan or not, but during the lockdown, gosh, we've probably watched tons and tons of films. I don't know, I think probably Netflix and Disney Plus and all these companies are doing really, really well, or Music Magpie, when you're getting cheap DVDs, pre-owned and that type of stuff. But as a family, we started off watching Harry Potter films, and then loads of other trilogies, and we're still watching various trilogies as we go on, and educating our children in films from our childhood. But anyway, the Harry Potter films, that we chose to get the collection of the DVDs because we like those films. And in this film, there are many moments that Dumbledore shares many wise thoughts. He's looked on as a wise person, and this one always comes to mind for me. And this is the quote: "We must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy." So we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy. In other words, making a wise and good decision does not always come easy. Sometimes it's easier just to do what other people are doing, to go along with the flow. I know a lot of young people will probably hit this, in peer pressure. I say young people, but you even hit that in later life. It's easier to take the easy option out of it rather than make wise and sometimes difficult decisions. It's not always easy. When I was younger, I was involved in a lot of trouble, normally involving around one particular friend who was supposedly my best friend at the time, kind of in and out of my life, and involved in kind of a little bit of a gang at school, and then leaving school. It was quite an influence on my life, and not particularly a brilliant one. Let's be really honest. There was a time that really stood out to me that I think that my life really, really got messy, and it felt really messy. I wasn't happy where my life was going. I remember it was at a young age, and to be honest with you, there's probably plenty of times that I felt these sort of situations, but this particular time I had to make a really hard and difficult decision because I wasn't happy where things were going. So my decision was not to hang out with him anymore, or not to hang out with him so much. Like I said, I could give plenty of other examples. I'm sure you could think of times that that I either make or break you, and that situation for me was a difficult but a right decision. I'm sure you can think of situations where you face some difficulties, but good choices are needed to be made to save you and to help you out of that. Every day we're faced with decisions. I'm not saying that every day for me. I'm faced with decisions. Like I said, I'm a parent. I'm a dad of two boys. I'm not saying that all times that I get it right and I've learned this lesson, because I don't. But applying wisdom in certain situations certainly does help. I found that it has helped in so many different difficult and awkward situations that I've applied wisdom and it's helped. As a father, making wise decisions helps in leading my family in a right direction. I don't know whether you believe this or not, but as a dad, we're called to be the head of the household. Now, that's not being abusive. That's not being, telling everybody what to do and how to do it and making people's life miserable. That's not what it's about. It's about leadership, leading people in the right direction, and applying wisdom at times and direction coming to cheddar. Ultimately, at the end of it, it was kind of my decision in leaving where we were to come here. The family kind of rely on my wisdom at times to make right decisions. So as a father, we are placed to lead and call. So as men, as fathers, we've got to step up to that plate and make those decisions, and don't be absent from making those decisions, and don't kind of back off. Sometimes we've got to make difficult decisions, and they are not easy. So we call on wisdom, and we apply wisdom to help us in making those decisions. And you know what? We don't always get it right. We don't. Okay, but we learn from those things. We pick ourselves back up and we plot ourselves and we carry on and we move on. You know, it's really easy to be selfish and to do our own thing. Really, really is. You know, I over my long period, and it is a long period of being a youth and kids worker, family pastor, or whatever you want to call it, working with people. I've seen a lot of, not just fathers, but people, parents, adults, be really selfish and take the easy route out of things and just think about themselves. But you know what? Wisdom helps us to take on the challenge of being brave and being a good role model. And like I said, stepping up to the plate rather than taking that easy option out. And I think it's really sad when people take that easy option out. I've seen so many people do that, and it's a path that just absolutely wrecks you as a person. In the Bible it says this, and here's this example. Excuse the dog is barking in the background because he's now terrorizing the cat. But the Bible says this: never walk away from wisdom. She guards your life. Love her. She keeps her eye on you. Above all and before all, do this. Get wisdom. That's in Proverbs 4, 6, 7. I'll tell you it again. Never walk away from wisdom. She guards your life. Love her. She keeps her eye on you. It's funny that it's a female, isn't it? But there you go. Wisdom. Above all and before all, do this. Get wisdom. Before all things, don't run away from it. Don't leave it. Don't discard it. Don't lock it up and throw it out of your thinking and the mix of whatever's going on in your life. Get wisdom. If that's the best thing that you can do in your life as a person, I'm not just talking to dads now, I'm talking to everybody. Whoever's watching this on screen on Sunday, get wisdom into your life. That's budgeting. That's food. That's looking after your kids. It's making the right decisions. It's making the right decisions to go in the right direction. It's about what friends you have and what voices you have in your life. It's what influences you are going to take into your life. It's whether you are going to carry on with the addictions in your life and allow them to take over your body, soul, mind and everything and go down that path. Or whether it's say, I don't need that in my life, I'm going to get wisdom, I'm going to get help. Whatever that is in your life that you need to apply wisdom, get hold of wisdom. She keeps an eye on you, she keeps a check on you, she keeps you in place, keeps you in pace, keeps you in the flow. Stay safe. Apply wisdom to your life. You know, we've had to be pushed a lot more through this pandemic, through this COVID stuff, to be wise. Well, we should be, and think about, you know, our health, and think about, I know it's been relaxed a bit, but about going out and, you know, wearing gloves and washing our hands. That's applying wisdom at a very basic level. There have been others that have just done their own thing. Okay, they might seem to have got away with it, but there's been an awful lot of deaths. There's been a lot of people that have got ill, and that's because people have not applied wisdom and done their own thing and have spread it. Okay, so let's keep ourselves safe, not just in that stuff, but let's keep our mental health safe. Let's keep our families safe in making good decisions about what we're going to do, how we're going to budget, how we're going to look after our money, what we're going to do. Oh, am I going to feed my kids and use the money that I've got well, or am I just going to just plot it away and buy beers and buy myself some trainers and go on the lotto and all that type of stuff, or go on, you know, Facebook with the bingos and all that type of stuff that's out there, and spend our money and go in that direction? That's not wisdom. You know, I think the wisest person that I know loads of wise people, but my example, and she's probably watching at some point, of somebody that I've seen grow in wisdom and probably has been very wise is Anne. Some of you know Anne. We've kind of worked with her a little bit through the food bar. I'm sure she doesn't mind us talking about her, but I've seen some real wisdom there, because she's really taken on board how to kind of budget her money and to look after her family, and out of that she's got blessed, because she's saved up vouchers that she's been given by the government, and she's not had to use that stuff because she's looked after her money well, and she's been blessed through the food barn, and the food barn's helped her. So now she's stored up, ready for Christmas, and so now she's got a bit of a bulk money there to go out and treat herself a little bit more than probably she would do. I don't know, but that is just an example of wisdom where, wisdom's kept an eye on her, has kept her on track, and now she's feeling different, she's feeling happier, and I'm sure she doesn't mind. She'll talk about it herself. Just a great idea and a picture of wisdom there for somebody. Let it be your guide in all you do. Let it be your guide in all you will do in your life. And let it protect you in the decisions that you make. Let it guard you. Let it guide you. Wisdom. If all you can do and you're crying out for help, then get some wisdom. If you can't get it for yourself, go to talk to somebody that can apply some wisdom. There are plenty of agencies. There are people like us that you can go to. There are some decent churches, and I'm saying some because be careful, that can help you apply wisdom and help you to go in the right direction. But at first, just get wisdom in your life. For me, one of the best and wisest decisions that I ever made in my life was becoming a follower of Jesus. To let him into my life, because ultimately, he is wisdom. To allow him into my life is the best thing that I could have done. I'm really lucky. I've got a great dad in my life. I've not seen him since, I don't know, was it March, end of February, whenever it was. They're elderly. Both my parents have dementia, Alzheimer's. It's hard for me to see such a great dad and such a great example of leadership and such a great father and a great husband that my mum and dad have been together. My dad's 83, and they've been together since they were like 20, 21, younger. They knew each other when they were kids. And I've seen them, good and bad, but stick together. That's wisdom. They didn't have a lot, but over the years my dad's learnt how to save and plot money and just make good, wise decisions. I know sometimes I didn't get it right. So it's hard for me because, I've seen my mum and dad, both my mum and dad, now just become a shell of themselves and slowly losing their memory or losing their mind and getting confused. So that's a hard thing for me. But, luckily I've had a good dad. And so it's helped me to understand what a good father is. I know, like I said, some of you find it really difficult and can't get the concept of what a father is because you've not had that in your life for various reasons. Maybe they've died when you were younger, or they've walked out on you, or you don't even know who your dad is. And so you've not had that example. So I can't even imagine at times what that must be like. But like I said, the wisest decision for me is letting God into my life. God is the ultimate example of a father that we can find. His love for us is much bigger and greater than any other person or any other thing or any other addiction or any other thing that you're chasing. His love is perfect, and his plan for you is perfect. Some of you don't even realise that, and some of you can't get your head around that, but just allowing him into your life, he will show you what a good father is. He sang the song earlier, because he loves you so much that he sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for all the wrong things that we've ever done, so that we might have life. It doesn't just go there, all right? It does, as a Christian, otherwise that's pretty boring and it's pretty pointless. Yes, I've got life, I'm going to go to heaven, I know where I'm going. It says the Bible gives you a fresh start, eternal life. Yeah, I get that, you're forgiven. But our purpose as a Christian and as a purpose of this life is to let others know and to make a difference in our community. And for us as a family, we really believe that. As me as a dad, I'm bringing my boys up to be young men that love other people and, you know, sow into people's life things that they want to see back. So goodness, kindness, honesty, truth, being great examples in their community. You know, that's what we're planted here for, to help others and to impact others, to make a difference. So, you know, if you've not allowed Jesus into your life and you've not let God into your life, you've not made that decision, or you even find some of that struggle, then allow him into your life. Because do you know what? You make wise decisions, and allowing God into your life, like I said, is probably the wisest decision that I've done. He will bring blessing on your life. I talked a couple of Sundays ago about being obedient, and when you're obedient and you listen to God and you do the right thing, okay, so rather than making easy decisions, you make the right decisions, God blesses you. Okay, so I'm going back to Anne now. Anne, I'm speaking to you now, okay? God is blessing you because you give out from little, from small, but you'll give to absolutely, I've seen you give out and you'll do anything for anybody, and you give from a heart of just, you know, small things, and the little that you've got or whatever you've got, you give. And so when you do that, God blesses you. So you're in this position that you got blessed, using wisdom in your life. And Christmas, hopefully, for you is going to be extremely different. Blessings will come on your life when you follow Jesus and you love him and you give him your life. And we don't just do it for that, okay? But it's great to be blessed, isn't it? Yeah, it's great to be honoured. It's great to be loved. So, feel unloved. You feel like you don't have a father figure in your life, and get hold of God, because I can guarantee he will change your life. Okay, and anybody that's watching this, okay, whether you're a dad, mum, son, daughter, whatever, human being, whoever you are watching this, you know, God loves you. His plan for you is amazing. The gifts and qualities and skills that are in you, God wants to use those things, not use you as abuse you. He'll bring out the best in you to change your life around. And some of you might find yourself in one of the most desperate situations. Go, God can't use me or do anything through me because I am such a mess, you know, and all that stuff. But he can. He works through absolutely everybody. In fact, he loves to do that the most. He takes on the biggest mess and turns their life around. Read the Bible, it's full of people. Most of the biggest people that have done the greatest things in the Bible were the biggest mess. You know, they were. Okay, from mental health to, you know, criminals to thieves to, you know, addicts to aggressive, angry people. God worked through them. Because do you know what? God's purpose is that you live a great life and that you're blessed and you do great things in him and that you live with him in eternity. You live with him in heaven, because eventually we're all going to get judged and we're all going to get to that place and we're all going to stand before him. So, like I said, for us, we just want to let you guys know that we love you. Fusion Family Somerset is here because we believe that we should be here because we love people, and God's called us to be here to love people, but to be wise as well, wise with people, because hey, we know the nature of people. So we're here to love and to bring wisdom into your life. I don't know if there's anything you want to bring.
No, I don't
No?
think so.
Okay, there we go. So, like I said, this is not live, but happy Father's Day. Lastly, Monday is food barn day, so we will be out bringing the food out again. So, I don't know, we said last week that we had an extra kind of delivery. We've been so blessed with stuff from the Food Share Southwest, big up to them. So we've got even more goodies that we can kind of put into the boxes to help families that are out there. We are looking to increase what we do. We need your prayers, we need your backing, we need your financial backing, we need people's support. So people get behind us, all right? We feel that we're kind of a little bit on our own sometimes in this, and we need your support. You're watching this today, right? And you've got the ability to support us. We need refrigerated vans. We need bigger premises. There are more families that need help, okay? So please don't just sit there and watch this and go, oh, that's lovely, and they're doing such a lovely thing, and they've got it all in the bag. We haven't. All right, we need your help. We need your support. There's more people that we want to help. And this is not just a COVID thing, people,
No.
okay? People say, oh, it's just because it's COVID. No, it's not. We made this decision to do this because we saw that people were in need well before this even happened. All right? Fair Share and organisations that have been highlighted more because of Marcus Rashford and other people just recently. Okay, oh, it's because of the pandemic. It's not. People have been in need. Food Share has been around for ages. Just the profile's lifted more because there's more and more need. And let's be honest, we're not going to get out of this economic mess that we're in for probably another year or more. All right, so families are going to need things like this more and more and more, like the food barn. Okay, the vouchers for children for feeding children over the summer holidays are going to go through this summer, but they won't be next summer, and there won't be any other holidays after it. So they're going to rely on organisations and charities like ours to help feed families. So help us to help other people. Okay, all right. We're all about helping people and helping them to get on their 2 feet, to apply wisdom, to budget, and to look after themselves. We're not just out.
We're not doing handouts
Because that doesn't help people.
Yeah.
Doesn't help people. If I keep on handing them freebie, it doesn't teach them to work for themselves and to budget and to learn and to apply wisdom. Our food barn doesn't do that. We're helping people to gain that and a bit of dignity and a bit of respect, and they're learning to take responsibility of this project for themselves. That's what it's about. So we're not about that, okay? All right, we're just, you got to apply wisdom into that. We're talking about wisdom. So backers, supporters, you know, if you want to know how to do that, there's the GoFundMe. Is it GoFundMe? GoFundMe on there. Yeah. You can contact us through Facebook, private messages, talk to us, phone us. You know, we will have other donors that have helped us financially, and we thank those people. But please continue to do that. So if you're watching and you're a minister of a church in Cheddar or the Cheddar Valley, or you go to a church in the Valley or Western or wherever, or even if you're in America, because we have some people watching in America and other places, talk to your pastors. Talk to your ministers, or like I said, if you're a minister yourself, talk to your deacons and talk to your people, your trustees, and
if you're a businessman,
or
businesswoman,
talk to those people and think about how much you can donate to help families, okay, and help people that are in need. Like I said, we're probably working with about 20 families, but there's at least another 20 on our books, and I know that there's more, okay, because we work with schools and stuff, so we know that there are more families. So help us to help, okay, please, we ask you, and that's what we're praying for. All right, okay, so we love you all. Have a fantastic Father's Day. Hope you're having a great day. Hopefully it's sunny. Today has been rainy here on Friday, but I think that's the end of that. Raining for 2 days solid. Nice weather's coming soon. Get out your swimming pools, paddling pools, and all the rest, and enjoy. Have a great week. Love you.
Take care, everyone. Bye.